So boom, I did a video about redemption arcs in Zuko, right? There's beauty in a character that gets to go through both ends of the morality spectrum and whatnot. But f all that. We not on that right now. Today, we on violence. Today, we on timing. Today, we on villains that are pure evil. I'm talking world domination, destruction of everything, mustache twirling, conniving, backstabbing, rotten to the bone ass niggas. Hey, you're probably wondering why I'm in this suit, right? Well, that's crazy because I have no answer for you, TBH. I love a villain with nuance, but we've been getting a lot of villains with nuance these past few years. Almost made me forget the beauty and simplicity. I guess you can definitely still be nuanced while also being a pure evil ass villain. Case in point, our first character on the list. Hey, come on, bro. You seen the thumbnail. There's no way we can talk about grimy ass villains and not bring up the Joker. I just watched Dante play through like all of Arkham Knight 2, so this shit is fresh in my brain. The Joker is the antithesis of a sympathetic villain. There is absolutely nothing to sympathize over. This dude is straight up rotten to the bone. His feats consist of killing a bunch of kids, including this one, also frying the shit out of Barbara's spine, not to mention single-handedly starting the Injustice timeline by making Superman crash out. Various other heinous crimes that I am sworn not to mention under the hammer of justice known as YouTube TOS. Plus hella manipulation and mental games after that. Even more murder. Plus even more murder after that. You get the gist of it. The Joker is pretty f***ing evil, gang. But he doesn't have to be sympathetic to be nuanced, which is so fire to me. His entire relationship with Batman means the world to him. And without the Dark Knight, he is literally nothing. Case in point,
don't leave me, please! I need you.
You're staring at the spitting image of chaos incarnate. He's easily like top 5 scariest clowns at the very least. He don't got reality warping abilities like Pennywise, so I can't really give him number 1. Can't really put him above Sweet Tooth either, low-key. Look, I don't make the rules, dog. His solo movie is like the only time we see a version of him with a sympathetic story. That's definitely not true, actually. Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga are going for a Grammy nomination for the sequel too. But for the most part, the Joker is always depicted as a pure evil ass nigga. Remember that one time he got like roided out for fun too? If we're talking pure evil, like the literal concept of evil in its rawest form, we gotta talk about Majin Buu, the original. Kid Buu is cut from a different cloth than his other forms. With every person he absorbs, he gains some of their personality traits, right? Or at the very least, he comes under the influence of their personalities. So the regular big nigga version of Buu was naturally prone to becoming a good guy the whole time due to the souls of the 2 Supreme Kai being in him. And that was low-key bars if you heard that shit, but I don't know if you heard that shit. You feel me? I said Supreme Kai the whole time. You feel me? Like that was... Let's just keep going, bro. F it, bro. But Kid Buu, the original, that is that the pure form, devoid of any outside influence. And at his core, he is just grime. The grimiest of grime balls on the face of the universe. Look at this unholy stance he had as soon as he touched down. I would not dare fight a nigga with a stance like this. He's just looking around, thinking to himself, what's the nastiest, most grimiest I can do right now in this very moment? And proceeds to destroy the entire planet for fun. And yeah, there's other Dragon Ball villains that are evil as too, but they have like personalities and shit. This little nigga wants one thing and one thing only: violence. He was genuinely successful in destroying all life on Earth, minus like 4 people. And he was about to run it back and destroy a whole other planet. And yeah, it's Dragon Ball, so of course they're not keeping everyone on Earth dead, but you can't tell me that ain't wild as hell. Another villain who's damn near evil incarnate is, of course, the legend, the god,
Ganondorf.
He's incarnated from a nigga named Demise. There was no way he wasn't going to turn out a little, I don't know, evil. His goal is simple: power, and I guess revenge too sometimes. His final boss in Tears of the Kingdom is also hands down one of the greatest boss battles I've ever played, dog. His health bar going past the limit had me genuinely speechless, dog. He's so menacing he broke the game. Not to mention his powered up form is so raw. Hey, and look how dirty he did Hyrule thousands of years ago. He put the first queen in his blunt and hit the most diabolical smile known to man, and then proceeded to pack up all of the sages and the OG king, kinda. And this wouldn't even be the first time he's gone head to head with some sages. Fighting with the same sword that was used to execute you is also so raw. Pretty ass sword too. The Twilight Princess versions of Zelda, Link, and Ganon are some of their best designs too, dog. Like, the darker atmosphere of the game just works with Ganon's design so well. But I gotta give it to Tears of the Kingdom Ganon. He's just so cold. He actually was a more sympathetic villain in Wind Waker though, which arguably was also one of his best appearances. Hey, I can't even lie, the twin blades were pretty clean too. But if we're going off pure vibes and sauce alone, Tears of the Kingdom Ganon got it, bruh. Wind Waker Ganon simply does not carry the same aura as this one. Not to mention, he's the only Ganon that turned into a whole ass dragon. This dragon is infinitely cooler than every pig he's turned into in the past. But yeah, this is a nigga who cares about nothing but power, and that's pretty evil if you ask me. I'm still riding that Tekken 8 high, and guess who in this series is evil as f? Just take a guess. Yeah, it's a lot of evil motherfuckers in this series, but none of them compare to Kazuya Mishima. Even when this was the main character of the whole franchise, he was still on prime time grind time. There has never been an altruistic thought in this man's mind ever. From the very beginning, his story was about revenge, and while it took him kind of a while, he finally did get that revenge. No, but that wasn't enough for him. He is the physical embodiment of power. This is truly a nigga that believes in himself, for better or worse. Even when he's the main antagonist of the whole series, he still gets main character plot armor, cause how the f was he able to beat somebody who's supposed to be like infinitely stronger than him? Tekken 8 spoilers, I guess, but realistically, if you cared about this shit, you would have already seen it by now, probably. But hey, peep how Jin been struggling with the Devil Gene abilities ever since the shit awakened. Meanwhile, Kazuya damn near instantly made that shit bend to his will. His Conqueror's Haki is on 1,000, bruh. Even at the end of Tekken 8's story, he loses all of his cracked ass superhuman demon abilities, and he don't even care. He knows he's still cold without this. This man is literally what if the protagonist was the antagonist. Also, it's Tekken, so they still find a way to somehow make this nigga goofy as f, while simultaneously being the rawest and most threatening character in the whole game. Look at this drizzy ass collection he has. Golly! Hey, we can't talk about pure evil ass villains without bringing up Adventure Time's creepiest and maybe biggest villain, the Lich. His first appearance genuinely had Child Knights creeped the f out, dog. He was talking heavy to Finn the first time they met. Motherfucker cut the lights out of reality and said,
"There is only darkness for you and only death for your people."
No matter how many times they tried to get rid of this dude, he always found a way back. Like, this man is a cosmic force of nature. Until he wasn't. This man's whole goal was to eradicate all life from the universe. All of existence. No one is safe from this creature of the night. And Fiona and Cake pulled up to a universe where he actually succeeded in his plot too. And also, remember when he turned into a baby too and was somehow even creepier? Nah, this is quite literally nightmare fuel incarnate. Thanos in the MCU is pretty sympathetic, right? At the very least, he's hiding his evil plan behind an altruistic / greater good ass purpose. But Thanos in the comics is a completely different breed. This man is textbook evil. Of course, he has crazy universe busting level feats, but that's not even the most evil shit he ever did. This random ass nigga named David got his whole life ruined by Thanos for fun. I'm talking every single birthday he ever had, Thanos did some kind of up shit just to mess with him. He started calm by stealing his blanket on his first birthday, right? But then shit escalated quick when he killed his dad, ruined his relationships, poisons his homies, burns his grad school, gets him fired, killed his cat. There was no need. This is a regular ass dude who has never known peace. This is probably the most evil shit he's ever done. Cause look, I mean, at least snapping away half the universe is like, you know, I don't really know who's getting snapped, but he deliberately chose to ruin this random ass dude's life from a planet he don't even really care about like that. If this list was ranked, that alone would have bumped him up to an S tier. But he also did many other horrible things, such as destroying planets, various forms of horrible torture, killing his kids, etc, etc. Also in the comics, he did the whole snap just cause he was down bad for yams. Crazy work. Absolutely diabolical work. Hey, there's a couple honorable mentions we simply gotta bring up. Emperor Palpatine is a pretty evil dude, man. Starting a crazy galactic war spanning across decades for the sake of power and greed is pretty crazy. I think it's worth bringing up All For One in this list too. This is a ruthless dude who also happens to want nothing but power. I'm sensing it's a little theme going on here. Look at his Darth Vader ass mask too, bro. You can tell how evil this is just off vibes alone. The moment you hear his theme, you understand everything you need to know about him. He also found a helpless child and turned him into his evil apprentice on some Palpatine shit too. Aku from Samurai Jack was pretty evil too, dog. Can you take a guess as to what it is he really wanted? Yeah, it's power. He wanted more power. Yes, you're correct. He wanted more power. Yes. But he actually won, like, immediately, until he lost eventually. But it was like a good 1,000+ years of him ruling over everything. Shout out the game for giving Jack an actual happy ending too. The finale. The final evil we're talking about today has got to be the Green Goblin. Just look at his devious ass smile, dog. He's kind of just insane, but I'm sure he wants power too, dog. I mean, come on, look at everyone else on his list. But this man puts Peter through the ringer, dog. I'm talking unheard of levels of torment. We of course have to bring up him killing Gwen, except what's really f***ed up is that he killed her in a way that made it kind of Peter's fault too. He dropped her from super duper high in the air and he had to catch her with his webs and shit snapped. He really thought he saved her and everything too, bro. Look at him celebrating. Too hype, way too soon, dog. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But in an alternate universe, Gwen also had a baby by Norman too. Norman Osborn just wants to see Peter's life in shambles. He also started the Clone Saga, if I'm not mistaken, which led to a whole bunch of f***ed up problems for Peter too. Imagine not knowing if you're the original you or not, and he buried Aunt May alive. This is a grimy dude, bruh. She's already old too. Hey, but maybe all these heinous acts can be excused by the 360 tsunami wave spinning on this man's head. But yeah, villains really do come in all shapes and sizes. I don't think we should completely eradicate the sympathetic villain archetype, but it is nice to have a mixed bag. Damn, I literally just thought about talking about Doflamingo too, but it's too late now.
Hold up.
At least for this video. Wink wink. No promises, cause I don't know what. You feel me? You feel me? Anyway, shout out these evil ass dudes and shout out you. The original plan for this video was to be completely stripped down from the suit by the end, but I got plans after this, so we gonna run it up.
I can't feel my face right now, I'm burning up. I got this feeling that I won't come down, like, got this feeling that I won't come down, like, got this feeling that I won't come down, like, I can't feel my face right now.